Hi everybody, I'm Kirsty Meakin from Nail Nails. In this video we are going to show you a live interview that I did with Amy Masters on her page called Tech Talk Live and Tech Talk Worldwide. The Tech Talk Live is the actual interview part. Tech Talk Worldwide is her page. So let's see how I got on.
Hi, Kirsty. Oh, thank you so much for coming on Tech Talk Live. I can't tell you how appreciative I am.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. It's a joy.
Yay! Yeah, so I'm sure that everybody on here, and as they're coming on in the boatloads right now. I'm pretty sure we all know in the nail industry who you are. I still want to do an intro, though, about how you even got into the nail industry, and then we can get to all the good stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So, once again, guys, guess what? Kirsty Meakin's on with us. Kirsty, how did you get into the nail industry at all? Because it's been over 20 years.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's been a long, long time. I was 17, and that time in my life, I was a bit like, didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. I knew that I enjoyed art. I did a photography course at college when I was 16. Did an art course. Had a boyfriend and might have missed quite a lot of lessons and became a bit of a rebel and sort of dropped out of college. And then my mother said to me, "You need to go and get a job." So so I did a YTS scheme, which is like a youth training scheme, where you work in a salon for 4 days and you do 1 day in college. And I went to a hair and beauty college. It wasn't like your normal UK college that does a variety of things. They specialised in hair and beauty. So I did that, and I just fell in love with nails. So yeah, so I did I did basic nails then. We did, we had a transparent pink powder and clear powder. We just used regular nail polish. We didn't really do much nail art. And then I think I've always had a love for art. My granddad was an amazing artist, and I think I've definitely, got his ability to do art from my granddad. So I started to play about with different designs and things like this. This was even before nail art was, big. I loved painting, so I started to do stuff on nails, and then the industry grew and I grew with it.
So how did you get into where you became an educator?
I did nail art competitions. And I stood out because I was a little bit different, and I think it's because I never actually knew what that industry was like. I had my own view on it, and it was very different to what it actually was. So I kind of stood out. I stood out because I was a little bit more extrovert with my designs, with my costumes. The first competitions that I did were fantasy competitions, and I body painted the model. So I didn't clothe them, I body painted them. So that was a wow factor that people hadn't seen before. Basically what happened was I was doing body painting competitions while I was doing a theatrical makeup course in college. Saw the nail art competitions and thought, I think I need to have a go at that. And I just combined the two together, and it worked really well, and I stood out. And I look back at the work that I did then, and yeah, it was good, but it's not on par of what I do now. I've definitely grown as an artist. But I did stand out, and I've won, over 100 trophies in my career, and that got my name out there. So I would encourage anybody to do nail art competitions because they stretch your abilities as a nail technician, and they get your name known.
I used to compete quite a bit, and actually my favorite one, I went to a competition one time, and I was not entered into the fantasy nail art, but I was introduced to Jerome Russell glitter and all of their body paints, and that was a game changer in my entire life. I've actually have a second business of face painting because I loved the fantasy part of that, but to incorporate that in the nail industry. So the next year I went and competed. I actually did the fantasy nail art.
Yeah.
And I had no clue what I was getting into. And what I realized is that first year competing, I should have taken notes from the year before and looked at all the contestants' work. All I knew is I wanted to be a part of that. And so you have to push yourself just to go for it.
Yeah, definitely. The wilder the better, I suppose. Take a lot of preparation. And I think that is one of the reasons I don't compete anymore, is because my children are 12 years old and 9 years old, and we do a lot. So not only do I work, doing nails and, filming for Neo Nails channel and doing clients, I run a football team as well. So I manage a girls' football team. So,
oh my God.
And that's, when I took on this football team 3 years ago, I didn't anticipate how much it would actually take over my life.
What inspired you to want to go onto YouTube and take on another, level there?
I think I've diversified in what I do. Neo Nails approached me. They approached me and were like, "Oh, we have this channel. Would you like to be our presenter on the channel?" Blah blah blah. And this is over a couple of years ago now, and it started as just an educational channel where I give direction. And hi Cheryl, let me just say hi to old Shezzy, who's popped up and said hi, Cheryl Walker. Where was I? Distracted myself.
So Neo contacted you and wanted to know if you would do some educational videos.
Yeah, and they were really just to show people how to use the products that they sell. They hadn't really got anything like that, and they wanted people to know how to use the products. And that's how it started. It's quite reserved and, go through different designs. And this channel has evolved into what it is. I can be myself now. And this is very much helped by Adam, who has just walked back in the room. He was over here. Say hi.
Shh, I'm not here. Hello, guys.
I think the banter that me and Adam have definitely comes across on camera. We get on so well, and we are both very ourselves, and hopefully produce stuff that everybody wants to watch that is not only educational but entertaining. And I feel like the reins are gone, and I can do what I want, and I can play and do as much as I want. I can be myself. Somebody did once say that I'd become a cartoon of myself, and we were like, no, actually that was the reserved me. This is actually me. Those that know me know that this is me. On camera, I am just myself. That's it.
And I think that's why we relate so much to you. And so I discovered you about 5 years ago, and I actually saw your name continuously in nail magazines. And so I remember doing a search, and it brought me to your YouTube. And I think maybe it was some of your earliest stuff.
Oh, probably.
And, obviously I love to go back and look at like the stuff that I published online like 7 years ago, 10 years ago, and then look where I am today. But you know what? Then you can see that growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important for us to see and see where we've come from. But because you are real and you are who you are, it makes us all relate to you so much more.
Yeah. And
then your art on top of it. I mean, it's almost like your art is just the free part. What we want is you.
Well, do you know what? It has evolved like that, hasn't it, Adam? People want to know about me and what I do.
Me?
Oh, well, they definitely want to know about Adam. Let me tell you. There are a few people who watch our channel that have a little bit of a thing for Adam, even though they've never seen him. But
and they never will.
They have a little bit of a thing for Adam.
Well, I can tell you a lot of people had a little bit of a thing for you when you would always do, I think it was like In Bed with Kirsty.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you would do like what called Pop-Up Live Q&A.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, I would just remember every time I talked to somebody, they're like, I would love to go lay in bed just to be with her for just a little bit, just to pick her brain. So I think Adam's going to have to create his own channel and going to do the same thing.
Yeah. In bed with Adam.
Oh, poor people.
Oh, they love it. I don't know if your wife would, but
No.
one of the most Googled thing as well for me is if you put Kirsty Meakin, the next sentence that comes up is like one of the most Googled things, and it comes Kirsty Meakin's husband.
Yeah.
And I think they think Adam's not my husband. I could not cope with him.
I think
love
maybe
him.
the other way around.
I love him to bits. But yeah, I couldn't cope with him.
I could cook for you though.
Do you know what? He's a fantastic chef. Fantastic chef.
Oh my
Today, in the studio today, there is Adam, there is Gosh, who is our Polish translator.
Hello.
That's Gosh. And then we also have Angelica, who is our Italian translator. And Adam's cooked for us all today.
Angelica did as well.
And Angelica what? Made the
Put
salad? She did the salad. Are you kidding me?
I cut the avocado in perfect pieces. Then as mashed.
Tell you what, that avocado was perfect that you cut up.
See, it's that makes you so real that all of us, we want to be in that room with you. And it has nothing, I mean, it is about the artwork and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but truly it's you, it's your team and everything that you bring to, and you post every day, if not 20.
Oh my God. Will that come back on? Are we back on? Are we back?
Oh no.
Oh no! Okay, so I've just learned that I need to put my phone on airplane mode because JJ actually just rang me. Those that watch the channel will probably know JJ. JJ is a model a lot of the times. She just tried to ring me. I bet she rang me going, "Oh, you're live on Facebook." Because that's the kind of thing that JJ would do.
Yeah.
Because she's a little bit of an airhead.
I love it.
Little bit of an airhead she is, but we love it all the same. Do you want me to show you my first boxed art competition piece that I ever did?
Yes.
Would that be?
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
That one.
that one there. Oh, has it got the year on it? Hold on.
1947.
2007 this was. So what? Oh, over 11 years ago. Look, I'm trying to clean it with my elbow.
You just fossilised.
It's a little bit dusty, let's just say that. So I'll tell you about the theme. The theme for this was the circus. So I don't know if you can see.
I can see. Oh, okay. I think, is that like Simba?
Well, it looks like Simba, but it's definitely not. If I can take it out this, so we can get it out of the glass, so you can't see the reflection. This will be better, I think. So, I don't know if it's going to...
Oh my goodness, it is. It's absolutely beautiful. So if you could go back, you know how we always look back and like, oh, if I could just change one thing, what was the thing on that item that you're like, oh, I wish I would have done this better?
I think I should have I think most of my time was taken up painting the main sort of character. I look at some of the other lions and think, they need a little bit more emotion in the face and they need a little bit more detail. And I would definitely add more detailed 3D work to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? That many years ago, 3D it was popular. It was still there. But, you know, as times change, we see all the different techniques that we can do and stuff like that. It's beautiful. Did you place with that?
Oh, I won with that, yeah. I won with it.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
why. Yeah. Kirsty, obviously your plate is very full, and you know, with your children and everything, that takes majority of the plate. Do you still have some goals that you're like, okay, I still want to do this? Like, what's next for you, or are you just kind of winging it?
Well, I kind of wing it quite a lot of the times, to be honest. I go through my whole life winging it. I want to do an American tour, doing classes. I have had so much interest from America, you know. What's the percentage of viewers that we have on our channel? You know, is it near on 50%?
It's between 50 and 60%.
Yeah, 50 and 60% of the viewers to our channel are from America. And I get so many people asking for education in America. So it's something that we really want to look into. And if we can do, you know, like a 5-city tour over there and do some classes. So that's something that I really want to do. I love America. Like, if I had my day again, I would live in America. I love it that much.
Would you?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I love America so much.
I love it here too. And you know, I love that even from state to state we can go somewhere and it's completely different. Like I live at the base of the Bighorn Mountains, but I can drive 2 hours and I have like this humongous lake that has pure white sand, like I'm at the ocean, but it's freshwater. I can drive and then I have the ocean. Like every place is so beautiful and yet still so unique. Oh my gosh, you can come over anytime you want and I will help you organize your tour.
There we
and
are,
I will definitely be in your class.
Adam's desperate to do it. Adam wants to film the whole thing.
I kind of thought that maybe on your list there would be like a Where in the World is Kirsty Bacon and like a reality TV show because we are so fascinated with you and your nails that, I mean, you would have a hit show. There's no doubt.
Oh, well, I'd love to do that. Bring it on. The BBC need to come to me and we'll do a show.
I was with them last night.
So there it is. I'm going to email NBC and I'm going to send them our live from today and say, you need to make this happen. Do you know how many of us you would make so happy?
I'd love to do that. I'd love to go.
Awesome.
Do you know what I'd love to do? I'd love to go into salons and surprise them. And just turn up and then educate them.
Well, like Gordon Ramsay does in restaurants.
Oh, do you know what?
Kitchen Nightmares.
Oh my God. Nail Nightmares! We need a TV show called Nail Nightmares! Oh my God, that'd be amazing!
I'm just a king at doing this. I can think of
I
things.
tell you what, you have
You're
fantastic ideas. You do, Adam. Oh my God, can you imagine that? Go to America and sort out those nail salons and make them do kick-ass nails. One other thing that I do want to do is I want to have my own book. And I want to have just a fun book that's got lots of step-by-step, something, because people like to have books, don't they now? You know, I know they're not like old-fashioned books, but people like to have something to refer to.
I think that's a great goal for you. And once again, it would be a bestseller, so there's no doubt about that.
Well, I don't know. Maybe.
Obviously, you're very much known for nail art and stuff. Truly, what is your favorite, always, like still your favorite one to do?
My favourite kind of nail art? Freehand painting. Definitely freehand painting. I lose myself when I start to paint. I go quite quiet. Adam will tell you that. If we're doing something that's really intricate, I'll go quiet and I'm in the zone. I think I do my best work when I'm left alone and I just paint on nails.
It's brilliant. I love it because, you're quiet. More than anything, I love it.
So tell us more about your boot camp.
So on the boot camp, we do a 5-day boot camp. On the 5-day boot camp, we go back to basics. We do structure for different shaped nails. We do pink and white nails, getting that structure cleaned out, there's no point in teaching somebody a load of fabulous art if their structure is not right. Because I always say, you can't polish a turd.
That's
You
right.
certainly can't put nail art on it and expect it to look $1 million. So we go right back to basics and we kick out any bad habits that they have built up. And the difference that just those sort of couple of days make by the end of the week when we're doing all the design work, hand painted and 3D, they can't believe the difference. And it's an absolute joy to do because the progression is so quick as well over those 5 days. And it's intense. It's it's a long thing to do, to get 5 days off work and be away from family and everything like that. It's a lot to do, it really is. But what they get out of it is worth its weight in gold. It really is. It's changed a lot of technicians' lives. It really has.
Yeah. One of the things that I have found about when we leave to go to like a boot camp or something like that, and we're with girlfriends or we're by ourselves, it allows us to focus on just that and absorb it. That when we're learning, like I teach online workshops, and people are like, oh, well, I have to go do this. I'm going to go to the grocery store, and then I'll come back and watch the other video. And they're not retaining what I'm teaching because they're there still in their real life world and all of their duties, and they look around like I need to do this, or they're watching while they're doing dishes, and they're not retaining it. So to go to a boot camp like what you're doing, you are so focused, and that is your focus, and you're going to retain so much more. Oh, definitely. That's wonderful.
Because a lot of people can watch via YouTube and online courses, but it's never quite the same as being in front of a person. I can go, no, not like, you're not going to do it like this. We're going to do this. And show them how to hold the brush, or show them how to hold the file, because don't forget, somebody could copy a design that I've done and it might not come out the same because of things that I don't even know how they've, what they've done. It's I've got to look at, lots of people send me work and they say, what have I done here? What have I done there? And I can only critique so much from a photo, but having somebody in front of you and you can pick out those bad points, and build new skills makes a massive difference. It really does. I get so many messages and I try my best to reply to every single one, not only just on Facebook and emails, but my Snapchat is quite busy. Even if I haven't posted on Snapchat, I'll still get quite a lot sent to me, pictures, how can I do this? Or even people who've just qualified and they say, what do you think of my work? I don't think it's too bad. How can I improve? And I'm constantly giving advice, and that's quite time consuming. I do that of an evening really to try and sort of keep up with that. I do try my best to answer everything, but I think sharing education and sharing your knowledge is so important. I know there's a lot of people out there who are afraid to do that, but somebody can only be as good as they can be. You've got to share it, haven't you?
And so a lot of people are asking when your next boot camp is.
It's in February next year. If you want to.
Where?
That one is in England. You get a massive kit with it as well. So you get like a whole heap of nails, goodies, beautiful goodies. It's all very sparkly and nice. Somebody's put no classes at NMC. So yes, I'm coming to Canada, to Nail Masters Canada. I'm going there to do classes and also to judge the nail art competition there. That is in October, is it? October.
Yeah, October.
Yeah, in October. That's as close to as America I'm going to get. So there's some there for those Canadians, or if you want to travel there, you could always catch me there. But that's...
And so I have to tell you, I don't know that how John feels about this. So John Hawk messaged me just a couple weeks ago and was talking to me behind the scenes about some cruise that he wants to do. And I love his vision for this cruise because it's so different than the other ones. And so I said, John, I don't have the following that I think you expect of me. And I'm really nervous about this. Like, aren't you sure that you want like a big name person? Like, if you could have anybody on this cruise, who would you want? And he thought about it for a while and he goes, somebody I've always wanted is Kirsty Meakin. And I said, I'm going live with her next week. If you want, I will send her a message and you guys can get in contact. And so I know that you guys were in contact behind the scenes, but sometimes that's what it takes is for us to really visualize what we want. And we don't have to push. Sometimes when you visualize it and you verbalize it, doesn't it just seem kind of happen, and it happens easy and all of a sudden it's there and you're like, it happened.
Yeah,
exactly that. And so I'm not sure what you guys have worked on or whatever, but
we have spoke.
Come join the crew.
Me and the Hulk we have spoke. I love John. I haven't seen John for a number of years, but I've always had a good laugh with the guy. I absolutely love him. He's so funny and so open and, you know, so inspirational. He's so passionate about this industry. He really is. He's such a cool, fun guy. And this nail cruise is definitely something that I want to do. So.
Oh, I hope that you can join us. I'm definitely in too.
Yeah, so
and then maybe I can meet you.
Yeah, of course, for real.
Yeah. Well, Kirsty, I cannot thank you enough again for your time today. We know that you're really busy, and we appreciate that you've shared so much fun today and inspiration and lit up our day. And for some of people in the evening, they've stayed up. It's 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, really? My God, them are good people. Dedication.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And so this will be available on replay for everybody, and then we can answer any questions and stuff there as well. I'll put the links into Kirsty's YouTube, the link into her boot camp, and all of that in the comments.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm like overjoyed that you even asked me to come on and do this. I've really enjoyed it. It's been brilliant. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, goodbye, Adam, and to your team. We appreciate you and your time. And for those of you with Tech Talk Live, you know that I come on about twice a week. Next week, I'm trying to think of who we have. I don't remember all, but you can always find it in the events section of our group. You'll find all the Tech Talks. And then once again, go to the past Tech Talks, because as soon as I'm done with this, I copy the link, I put it up there so they're easy for you to find. And then obviously we're going to have them on our YouTube as well.
Brilliant. Yay! Thank you for tuning in, guys. And I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've had fun. And we'll see you next time.
That's right. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There you are, guys. I'm sweating. I tell you. I feel I was a bit nervous then.
No, you didn't show.
Was it all right?
Yeah.
I was a bit nervous. Being live, you know, and all that. Not used to being live. We used to having Adam edit all the, you know, mistakes out.
The burps.
Yeah. And all that business. So thank you very much for joining me and watching my live interview. I quite liked being interviewed by Amy Masters. It was brilliant, that was. I think I should definitely do it again. So yeah, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.